Hello and welcome to day 41 of the Not Alone Today Chronological Bible Reading Plan with Joseph and Anu. Today we are in Numbers chapter 8 and we are still in the New International Version for this week.
Chapter 8. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to Aaron and say to him, when you set up the lamps, say that all 7 light up the area in front of the lampstand."
Aaron did so. He set up the lamps so that they faced forward on the lampstand, just as the Lord commanded Moses. This is how the lampstand was made. It was made of hammered gold, from its base to its blossoms. The lampstand was made exactly like the pattern the Lord had shown.
The Lord said to Moses, "Take the Levites from among all the Israelites and make them ceremonially clean. To purify them, do this. Sprinkle the water of cleansing on them. Then have them shave their whole bodies and wash their clothes, so they will purify themselves. Have them take a young bull with its grain offering of the finest flour mixed with olive oil. Take a second young bull for a sin offering. Bring the Levites to the front of the tent of meeting and assemble the whole Israelite community. You are to bring the Levites before the Lord, and the Israelites are to lay their hands on them. Aaron is to present the Levites before the Lord as a wave offering from the Israelites, so that they may be ready to do the work of the Lord."
Then the Levites are to lay their hands on the heads of the bulls, using one for a sin offering to the Lord and the other for a burnt offering, to make atonement for the Levites. Have the Levites stand in front of Aaron and his sons and then present them as a wave offering to the Lord. In this way you are to set the Levites apart from the other Israelites, and the Levites will be mine.
After you have purified the Levites and presented them as a wave offering, they are to come to do their work at the tent of meeting. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to me. I have taken them as my own, in place of the firstborn, the first male offering from every Israelite woman. Every firstborn male in Israel, whether human or animal, is mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set them apart for myself, and I have taken the Levites in place of all the firstborn sons in Israel. From among all the Israelites, I have given the Levites as gifts to Aaron and his sons to do the work at the tent of meeting on behalf of the Israelites, and to make atonement for them, so that no plague will strike the Israelites when they go near the sanctuary."
Moses and Aaron and the whole Israelite community did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded Moses. The Levites purified themselves and washed their clothes. Then Aaron presented them as a wave offering before the Lord and made atonements for them to purify them. After that, the Levites came to do their work at the tent of meeting under the supervision of Aaron and his sons. They did with the Levites just as the Lord commanded Moses.
The Lord said to Moses, "This applies to Levites. Men 25 years old or more shall come to take part in the work of the tent of meeting. But at the age of 50, they must retire from the regular service and work no more. They may assist their brothers in performing their duties at the tent of meeting, but they themselves must not do the work. This then is how you are to assign the responsibilities of the Levites." This is the word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God. Yeah, so we covered chapter 8 today, a very short read and very straightforward. What stood out to you, Anu? It's about the setting up of the lamps in the first part, and then the setting apart of the Levites as priests to continue to work in the tent of meeting. What stood out to you, Anu?
Firstly, it's the lampstand. We're reading this in Leviticus when God was commissioning the work, and I kept reading the lampstand. I thought it was just a figure, it's just one of the things that needs to stand in the ark. But now reading chapter 8, it's clear that it's meant to light up the sanctuary. So there's a purpose for it. And it reminds me of there was something Joshua said when he was 3. Then they gave them a memory verse of Psalm something. That where he said, "You, Lord, keep my light burning. You turn my darkness into light."
You, Lord, keep my light burning and turn my dark to light.
Yes, and it just shows that all of these utensils and God's commissioning of what should be in the sanctuary, in the tent of meeting, they have purpose. And in the same way, there's a purpose for where we are at the time we are and what God is telling us to do. So even if it's not clear at the time of commissioning, it becomes clearer as we obey, because it then brings illumination to the instructions He's giving us. And that's what stood out to me.
Indeed. What stood out to me is a follow-on from what I mentioned towards the end of the 39th reading about back then it was actually saying they should set apart people ages 30 to 50 from these tribes, the Kohathites, Merarites, and the Gershonites. But now it is even being made specific, like between 25 to 50, and then at age 50 they must retire. And not that they retire and stop working, they become more or less wise assistants, wise consultants, assisting their brothers in performing their duties, but they themselves must not do the work. And it's unfortunate that it's the contrast of this that is more popular, especially within the African context, both within church settings and even in the secular society. We have presidents that do not want to leave power until they are dead, in spite of how obviously incapable they have become. We have presidents that are falling over while trying to climb stairs. I won't
You had to say that.
We have, all of these things. But to think about it, really, I mean, I wrote a chapter contribution for a book titled Africa Bears Witness. And my chapter was titled A Missiology for a Youthful Continent. And I was reflecting on the fact that
was so refreshing.
I was reflecting on the fact that for the past over 70 years, the median age in Africa has consistently been lower than 20. In other words,
when you say median, for people like us that are not so astute with numbers, what do you mean?
Like the average age, basically.
Then say average.
Median, average.
I don't know. If you hadn't said, I wouldn't have known.
Okay. Like, what that simply means is basically that there are more youthful people on the continent, indeed, than any other place in the world. And there's a man that wrote a book a couple of years ago titled Youthquake. Again, dwelling on the implications of the fact that Africa has a very, very young population. Now, imagine the frustration when people 25 to 40 in that very prime season of their life are not able to step into capacities of leadership because those who are in their 60s and 70s and 80s continue to hold on to the authority and the power without wanting to let the younger generation step in. The Lord is clear in his revelation to Joel, which of course Peter would reference on the day of Pentecost, that when God pours out his spirit, it's going to be upon all flesh.
Yes.
Your young men will dream dreams, your old men will see visions, or maybe it's vice versa. Your old men will dream dreams, your young men shall see visions. And we come together and walk together, the old and the young. So I'm just saying this, putting this out there to say, to the older generation, let's give opportunity for the young ones to come up.
Sure.
Let's start letting them work while we are still able to supervise them and give them that wise counsel, wise mentorship, as it were, into the fullness of their responsibilities. And for the younger ones, I must also say that there is a way to position yourself for the wisdom of the aged. There is a way to position yourself in a way that the elders want to actually intentionally pour into you. And that comes with humility, that comes with knowing our place, that comes with respect, that comes with, giving honor to whom honor is due, amongst other things. Again and again, we've seen in previous places that we've read how those with gray head should be respected and honored. Yeah, so basically that's my main takeaway from this chapter. For the older ones to let the young come up, and for the young ones to be ready to come up.
To be temperate as well.
And temperate indeed, yep. Any other thoughts as we bring to the close?
No, that's quite rich. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us for day 41. We'll turn the page again on day 42, which will be our last day in the New International Version. And when we get to day 43, we will be making the switch to another translation. But till then, just remember,
you're not alone
today. God bless you.